The Biblical Feasts with Father's House and Pastor Michael S. Fryer. What are the biblical feasts? Biblical feasts are referred to in Scripture as God's appointed times, in Hebrew, moedim. When God placed the lights in the sky, their purpose was to give us the timing of his feasts. He later gave instructions to the Hebrews how and when to celebrate the feasts, all of which pointed forward to a time when Yeshua would fulfill them. God also said his feasts were a spiritual sign on the forehead and the forearm of his followers who kept them. The prophet Ezekiel wrote about God's feasts being celebrated throughout the millennium. The feasts are God's calendar of worship and clearly are of great importance. The prophet Daniel informed us that Satan will try to change these times and God's laws, and John the Apostle referred to the dangers for those who follow Satan's calendar of worship. Yeshua, his apostles, and Paul all honored and practiced the appointed times, making it clear that they should never be changed. Yet, from the 3rd and 4th century onwards, leaders in the Roman Empire and later leaders in Christendom created laws for Christians which forced them, first of all through persecution and later through deception, to follow Satan's appointed times and not God's appointed times. This means that today we in Christendom still follow a false calendar of worship, such as Sunday, Easter, and Christmas. There have always been small groups of Christians who have given their lives and freedoms to oppose the system of false worship, and today there are congregations all over the world who now keep God's appointed times. This booklet will, I hope, give you an understanding of these feasts and their importance, and encourage you to worship God as he appointed us to do so, in spirit and in truth. Of course, there is much more to say about this subject, but this small booklet is simply to introduce you to these wonderful times and seasons which God has appointed for us to celebrate. At the back of this booklet is a schedule showing you when God instructs us about which days during these feasts we are not to do regular work, which you may find helpful.